Bryant McFadden here, and now I'm being joined by my former teammate, one of the best leaders I've ever been around. Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, no other. You guys know who he is, but I will give his proper intro. The great Jerome Bettis. How you doing?
Man, how are you, B-Man?
I'm great, man. It's always good to see you, man.
Always, always.
You know what I'm saying? So how have you been enjoying this Super Bowl opportunity here in New Orleans so far?
You know what? It's been very interesting. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of New Orleans because I have a shellfish allergy.
Oh,
and so obviously
that ain't good.
Yeah, so it's a challenge every place that I eat.
Because
you
know the seafood
That's right.
It's so good.
It's so good,
and
right.
you can't eat it.
Right.
What happens? Do you swell up? Do you pass out?
I swell up. My throat gets kind of.
We don't want that.
Yeah, it gets bad. It gets pretty bad.
Well,
so that's why it's a delicate situation when I come.
Yeah, because we had some crawfish in the back, but
oh yeah, no way.
Yeah, we're not gonna bring that out. We're not gonna bring that out. So when you look at the matchup, of course, that's big. But for us, we always definitely tune into our former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and of course, good year, but in terms of the standard in postseason play, wasn't met. Of course, every year it seems like we hear about the rumblings about Mike Tomlin should be fired. They should move, depart ways, either side. What are your thoughts when you hear things like that?
You know, it's frustrating because, you know, if you're going to hold a head coach to the wins and losses, then you've got to provide him with what they need to be successful at some point. And if you look at ever since Ben Roethlisberger has retired, they have never been able to provide the quarterback for the future.
Yeah.
And so that's been the problem. Now, you can blame, you can go and blame some of the decisions on upper management in terms of, well, why weren't you planning
for the future?
Right? And so I think there's some concern there. You could put some blame there, but to put it solely on the foot of the head coach, I don't think that's adequate because they are a victim of their own success.
No question.
Because they're winning every year. They end up picking somewhere from 17 to 25, and you're not going to get the quarterback there. So you've got to now make a decision. Do I give the resources necessary to go up and get the quarterback of the future?
And remember, they had to kind of do that when they drafted Ben.
100%.
Remember, they kind of make some moves to go up and get him.
They got lucky. They got lucky that year, the year before, because everyone got hurt that year, and we ended up, I think, 6-10 that year. And it was one of those, crazy because the year before we weren't that way, and the next year we were 15-1. So it wasn't. So that was that 1 year where it all worked. And so, but they're not having that type of 1 year scenario with Coach Tomlin. Maybe it's a credit to him. But it's also working to his detriment in that regard, because at some point you got to let it go in order to get that quarterback, and that's been the problem.
Well, you talk about quarterbacks. You're the head coach. You're the GM right now. All right, so that means you got to get a bigger check. What would you do? Justin Fields or letting Russ cook?
What I would do is, if I had the opportunity, I would expend the draft capital. I'd get up in the top 10, and I would draft the quarterback, and I would sign Russ to a 2-year contract, and he'd be my bridge quarterback because I have the future quarterback on the roster that I'm developing, and I want him to get an idea of what quarterbacking at a high level, preparing, right? How do you manage that, and how do you represent the organization? I want him to see that from a Russell Wilson.
And that's a good game plan, because to your point, that's the bridge option you need.
But I'm willing to give up. I'm willing to give up 2 first-rounders. I'm willing to do what I have to do to move
roll the
up
dice
to get the quarterback, because
that's the only way.
What I know is that if I stay with what I'm doing, I'm going to get the same type of results.
No question. You're right. When you're right,
I've got to make the move.
I like that. And to your point, whoever the young quarterback is you select, you don't have to force him to action right now.
That's right.
He has a young guy he can learn from, and that's what gets you to hoisting that sticky Lombardi that we held and we kissed.
That's right.
We
That's
put
right.
it close
That's
to
right.
our heart. And speaking of RC, our former Steeler mate, I was actually at the dinner also. I saw you was on the pivot. Great conversation.
Yeah.
I got an invite to the dinner to your mom's house.
Yeah.
I was there. I thought RC said I wasn't there.
He said that?
I thought he did.
No, I don't think he said that.
Well,
no,
RC, I was there. I got an invite.
You were there, 100%.
Yes, great food, by the way. Great food. So let's transition to your
Yeah.
career. I told you I want to
Yeah.
ask you some things about your career. Outstanding career. All right, 1997. Name the top 5 players in rushing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, by the way, you, Jerome Bettis, you're number 3. You had 1,665 yards that year. Ooh.
A good year.
You were nice, huh?
I think Terrell Davis
Okay.
is over there.
He on that list.
Is he above me or below me?
Above.
Okay.
TD is 2.
Emmitt Smith would have to be 1.
No.
Oh, wait
Emmitt
a
Smith
minute.
wasn't even top 5 in 97.
Barry had to be Barry Sanders.
Barry 1.
Barry Sanders.
So Barry 1,
Okay.
TD 2.
Me 3.
You 3.
4 would be.
Ooh, these last 2 names.
Maybe like a Jamal Lewis.
No. 97. 97.
No, that's right. You're right. He was 97 would have been Eddie George.
Eddie George is
been up
5th.
there. Eddie George would have been up
4.
there. Oh.
Now, if you can get this, I know you know ball because we talk ball all the
I
time.
need
I'm
4.
highly
I need
impressed.
4.
I'll
Hold
give
on.
you the conference. Phone a friend. NFC.
NFC.
Dairy. Their nickname is associated with dairy. Dairy. You know what you make dairy, right? Did I say it right? You got me.
Milk? I mean,
Milk.
cows?
Yeah, but their nickname is associated with dairy. You know dairy.
Was it Washington?
No, dairy. Dairy. You can drink milk, or you can put this item that you make with milk.
Ice cream?
No.
I'm trying to figure that out. Dairy.
Mac and
Mac and cheese?
yes, dairy. Ain't cheese associated with dairy?
Man, that's a long way. You went a long way
I tried
to
to
get
help
the
you.
dairy.
Said you phone a
Get the
friend.
cheese
You had to phone a
down.
friend.
Oh, my goodness.
He played for
Green Bay.
Yes,
So I'm trying to think.
and he was 4. He had more than Eddie Jones.
Was it Dorsey Levens?
Dorsey.
Dorsey Levens, my teammate at Notre Dame.
Yes,
and
he transferred to Georgia Tech.
Transferred to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I know
Dorsey
ball.
was for, wow.
Dorsey hit 1435.
Oh, that was a big
There's
year.
some high
man.
prolific running backs
Woo.
right now. Okay, so of course you're here joining me on behalf of Nationwide.
Yes.
Man of the Year, Walter Payton, Man of the Year,
Yep.
2001. Man, tell us a little bit about what you have going on with Nationwide and why it's so important to you.
Well, it's we just want to shine a light on the next Walter Payton Man of the Year, and really, for me, it's an opportunity to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
One, to the NFL, because the NFL has made a concerted effort to elevate the NFL Man of the Year to the prestigious award that it is now.
Yep.
One, it honors the legacy of Walter Payton, who was
Great
an
man.
incredible icon, but also it shines a light on all the young men and all the great things that they're doing. But I also want to say a special thank you to Nationwide, because Nationwide has come in as an incredible partner and said, we're going to now help with the resources that are needed for all the young men, not just the winner,
Yep.
but the nominees. So over the last 11 years, they've given over $3 million to all of the nominees. And what it's done is it's given them the ability to do more, right? Those resources are provided, and the benefit are the young men and women and the children that these foundations affect. So I'm just in that thank you mode to say thank you, but also looking forward to the next NFL Man of the Year and really shine a light on him and all the incredible things that he is doing in their communities. And so all these guys, all 32, deserve a lot of credit for what they're doing.
No question. And shouts out to Nationwide, continuing to be impactful in terms of the community and involved in the NFL. Before I let you go, I know you're a competitive man. All right, so this is what I have here, JB.
Okay.
It's called the Handexer. right?
Okay.
It tests your grip strength.
Got it.
You got to be strong,
Gotta be strong.
right?
All right.
So now, the number to beat is Mark Ingram, former running back.
Okay.
No pressure, no pun
And
intended.
where was he?
158. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, you know, good hands.
Yeah.
He had 124, right?
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on for you.
And what? Do
So
I do?
all you do is when you ready, you gotta squeeze it.
Gotta squeeze it.
Cause it's gonna shock you a little bit, cause you're gonna be like, oh, it's a little tough. Now if you want to do a warm up, just kind of test it out.
Let me just do a warm
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because I don't want to give you pedestrian numbers.
Okay. All right. That's a little warm up.
That's a warm up.
That's a warm up. That's a warm up. That's just a warm up.
Hold on, you showing off?
That's a warm up.
All right. That's impressive.
You
That's
ready?
yeah, I'm ready. Bro. You ready?
There it is.
Wow.
What's that number?
168. Mark.
168.
Because Mark said he was a bad boy when he did it. He was like, oh.
Oh no, I give it.
Yeah.
Warm up was 150 too.
That's what I know. You want to try one more time, or you go?
Yeah, give me one more time.
Now you trying to hit? Now
I'm trying to go.
we have yet to see anybody do what you just did. So
I
now
wanna go
we
one
got
more.
some bigger guys coming later on, but this is going to set
Yeah.
the standard for
All
them.
right, we're gonna see. Let me put it down. All right, I got a little more, just a touch more.
169. You still got the strength of a bear. Even though you retired, I'm impressed. Yeah, 169.
You had to hold that ball, man. I couldn't let
question.
nobody get that ball from me. Man.
I tried to get out your way. I ain't want no problems. My guy, Jerome
Thank you,
Bettis,
brother.
joining me here on behalf of Nationwide. Thank you.